Hi there, my name is Madison Sipple, and I'm a future professional at Paul Mitchell the School, Indianapolis. I don't normally do videos like this, um, but there's something that I really wanted to talk to you guys about that affects me as a future cosmetologist and you all as either future cosmetologists or as consumers. Here in the state of Indiana, there's a House Bill 1006, that wants to remove the state regulation and legislature and licensing of cosmetology license and barber license. This overall is a very, very bad thing. I'm not just saying this because I'm in beauty school and I want to go in, a career where I can make money. That's not just it. Yes, that is an incentive, but the bottom line is it's extremely unsafe, and I'm going to let you know why. First of all, if you guys have seen any of my posts on like Tumblr or Facebook or BuzzNet or whatever, I like to think of myself as an intelligent person. I'm not saying that I'm like, ooh, smartest person in the world, but I'm an intelligent person, I went to high school, I went to college, this is my second time around, and I am definitely not what people think of cosmetologists, which is, Dolly Parton, with the bleach blonde hair, smoking the cigarettes, just, ditzy bimbo. No. For one thing, cosmetologists, barbers, anyone in the beauty industry, they are not like that. We're really super intelligent people. We have goals, we're professional, and we had to dump a lot of money and a lot of time into our training. Don't think that I'm using the word dump like in a negative way. I'm just saying it's really expensive and it's really time consuming. For instance, I'm not going to get into finances, but my course at Paul Mitchell is 11 months and I am on the day school program. They have one that is 15 months. So it's definitely something that, you don't just walk into. You don't just walk into cosmetology, which is what this bill wants to allow people to do. Essentially, any Joe Schmo could be like, hey, I'm going to go work in a salon and cut your hair. This is extremely unsafe. Okay, now, as a cosmetologist, I have learned a lot. One major thing I've learned is disease control and prevention. I don't have to tell you guys that there are a lot of really super nasty diseases out there. There's MRSA, there's syphilis, there's just ick, there's strep throat bacteria, which can turn into a flesh-eating virus. There's a thing called TD pedius that attacks your feet. There's tapeworms. It's disgusting. We live in a gross virus, disease, bacteria-filled world. And it's really important that we don't spread that. Like, we live in a modern society. This isn't medieval like Europe. We don't have the Black Plague going around. We know sanitary conditions, and cosmetologists are trained and we are schooled on how to keep things very sanitary. We sanitize after every client. We have these special UV light things that we put our tools in for 15 minutes and it kills everything. It's awesome. We know not to reuse stuff. That's why a lot of the times when you go into more shady places to have a pedicure or manicure done, you do risk coming out with things like plantar warts and just nasty stuff, because these people just go and reuse stuff and reuse it and then reuse it again without cleaning it. So we do see a mild amount of that, that's shady places and a lot of people who aren't licensed. Now imagine a world, or at least in Indiana, where none of us are licensed and there are people working in the field who haven't had the same amount of training that I and other cosmetologists have had. It could spread to an epidemic, and we're more civilized than that. Another thing, cosmetologists are actually chemists. Yeah. Think about it. Okay, when you have color, two of your main ingredients are ammonia and hydrogen peroxide. We magically mix these together with the dyes and ooh, hair color. Yeah. Okay, we've all done the little box color thing, which is bad for hair and you shouldn't do it, but that's not what this is about. And you get kind of a taste for that. As a hairstylist, I work with the developer, big bottles by itself. I'm, kind of mixing stuff freehand in there. With proper training, someone else can learn how to do that. They can learn how to make custom color, which is all we do at Paul Mitchell, but it's not exactly safe if you don't know what you're doing. Furthermore, who knows about perms? There's two types of perms. There is your acidic and your alkaline. Now, I'm a fan of perms and texture. I absolutely love them. But unless you know what you're doing, you can run into some trouble. With your acidic perms, those are becoming much, much more popular these days, but a lot of people have allergic reactions to them. And if we have people working in a salon environment who don't know what they're doing, who's just dumping this chemical on people's heads without a predisposition test, without knowing what to look for, we're talking about having some injured consumers. I don't want that. Second, we have our alkaline perm. Now, alkaline perms, they live at a 9.5 on the pH scale. As human beings, we live at a 4.5 to 5.5, so we're lower down on there. So it's putting something very extreme on your hair. This alkaline perm, it has ammonium thioglycolate in it, and that's powerful stuff. That is when you mix that in your activator, shake it up, and then you're putting it on there, and as you're doing that perm, you can feel it heating up so hot that, like, I burnt my hand through my glove before, and it can burn the scalp. Shouldn't be putting anything alkaline on someone's head without the proper training. Am I right? Let's talk about relaxers. Relaxers also contain ammonium thioglycolate. Now, I don't know if any of you have seen the movie Good Hair, but they took the relaxer solution and they put it on a piece of chicken, and they let it sit there for a little bit, and it ate through the skin on the raw chicken. Furthermore, if a relaxer, which by the way, relaxers are at a 14 on the pH scale, that is as high as oven cleaner. If you put that on hair that's been permed, you can risk melting the hair and eating through the guest's scalp. So, what if someone who doesn't know what they're doing and hasn't had the proper training is doing that? It's just highly, highly dangerous. Furthermore, without licensing, this bill will allow anyone, absolutely anyone, to walk into professional stores like Cosmetologists, like Salon Centric. Let's flash back to Denver, Colorado in September of 2009. There was this guy, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his name. I know his last name was Zazi, I want to say, Z-A-Z-I. I'm not going to offend anyone with my poor pronunciation. I can't even say words in English half the time. Now, this man allegedly was linked to Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda, scary. I know how very 2001-ish of me. Anyway, he went into salon stores. He bought acetone. He bought peroxide. He bought a bunch of different developers, and he was buying mass amounts of these, and he was hoarding them, and he was using them and other hair products to create bombs that he was going to use. He and a group who had been trained in Al-Qaeda Pakistan, the Al-Qaeda training camp in Pakistan, he and some other people had been trained there, and they were going to use these bombs to pretty much destroy and devastate the Denver metro area. And they knew this was going to happen because they noticed he was buying a bulk of this stuff, and he had handwritten bomb-making instructions from that camp. So, that was something really big. There was this man who worked for the FBI. His name was Brad Garrett, and he listed this case with the man who was going to build the bombs in Denver. It was listed as one of the biggest and most important, breaks, investigations that the FBI had since 9/11. And yet it's just been swept under the rug and forgotten. And we are asking for trouble, I have my right, to live happy and, free of fear, woo. But how can I when I know that just anyone can walk into a store and buy this dangerous stuff? And we knew it happened. Why aren't we learning? Furthermore, I'd like just to talk to you about, think about it. Think about the last time you had a really, really good haircut. How good does that make you feel? Yes, technically anyone can cut hair, I used to cut my own hair with razor blades, and I'd cut my Barbie doll's hair, and I'd go outside and cut, the mane and tail of my horse. But I didn't know what I was doing. It didn't look good. Sure, everyone technically can cut hair, but not everyone should. People should not cut their own hair. I don't cut my own hair. And you want that quality. You want to feel good. That's what you pay for when you walk out of the salon. You want to go into the wash house and you want to have your hair washed and feel that good scalp massage and get the great hand and arm massage. And get that level of relaxation that only a properly trained cosmetologist can give you. And another thing I'd like to point out is that if Bill 1006 passes, this endangers beauty schools in the state of Indiana. I personally, as I've stated before, am a beauty school student. I go to Paul Mitchell the School, Indianapolis, right across the street from the Greenwood Park Mall, by Incredible Pizza. Come check us out. We're awesome. You're gonna love it. And I love it there, you guys. I walked in there, I checked them out, and I just fell in love. When I started school, I was awful. I was absolutely awful. I was so shy, and I was always brooding, and I don't really think that I was truly a happy person. And when I went there, everyone was so loving and accepting, and they made me feel good. They gave me a lot of self-worth and a lot of self-confidence. Like, I kind of feel like I'm gonna cry talking about it, and I don't cry over anything except for episodes of Doctor Who. And it just gave me so much confidence, and they gave me so much love. Like, Paul Mitchell has taught me more than just how to cut and style hair and give amazing wash houses and do manicures and roll perms. They've taught me the joy of humanity. I'm not as cynical as I used to be. Paul Mitchell does a lot of amazing things. We went down on the circle and we gave away free hugs to promote niceness. We have a ton of teams in our school. We have Green Team, we have Be Nice or Else, we have Design Team, we have Take Home Team, we have Pet Club, okay? And each of these, at least once or twice a month, goes out. We go to homeless shelters. We go to the VOA, which is a work release program for women. Last Tuesday, actually, I went to an event for Be Nice or Else where I did haircuts and styles at a battered women's shelter. And all of this we do 100% for free. We do it because we want to give back to the community. I mean, our motto is, when people come first, success follows. And really, through my time in beauty school, I have become more of a philanthropist and more of a humanitarian, more of an environmentalist. Overall, it has 100% changed me. Like I said, I've learned so much more than just how to do hair. I've learned how to live, and how to actually exist and be a person and not just one of those people you see all the time, frowning. So, all I'm asking you guys is please, 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 please do your part. Sign petitions to make sure that Bill 1006 doesn't pass. It puts you, yes you, as a consumer in danger of so many horrible, horrible things. And really, it robs me and other people of the gift of beauty school and all of that. It's very, very important. Tomorrow morning, I and the rest of my classmates, my future professionals at Paul Mitchell School, Indianapolis, we will be going downtown for the public hearing about Bill 1006. I would love to see you all there. Show your support. Get the word out. Please do not let this bill pass. Thank you for watching this. Thank you so very much. This was a lot of time with my face and hands, and just bless you guys. Thank you so much. And remember, do what you can to fight Bill 1006 in Indiana. Thank you. Oh, also wait, before I go, Tabitha Coffee from Tabitha Salon Takeover, she's behind us 100%. She called her school today and she thinks that, this bill is wrong. So word is getting out. If Tabitha's behind us, why aren't you? All the cool kids are doing it. Bye guys.